Hare Krishna, Hare Bol. Please repeat. Sing on the screen. Govardhan Dhanam, Govardhan Dharam Vande. Gopalam Goparupinam. Gokula Utsavam Ishanam. Govindam Gopika Priyam. Govardhanam Dharam Vande. Gopalam Goparupinam. Gokula Utsavam Ishanam. Govindam Gopika Priyam. Govardhana Dharam Vande. Gopalam Goparupinam. Gokula Utsavam Ishanam. Govindam Gopika Priyam. Bolo Shri Giriraj Maharaj ki jai. Yes, very good. Sean, would you like to speak? Yeah, 10 minutes. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuram Litam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurve Gauri Chandraya Radhikaye Stadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah. Ajanulambito bhujo kanakvadato Sankirtane kapitro kamlayataksho Vishambaro dujubaro yudhadharma palo Vande jagat priya karo karunaya avataro. He Krishna karuna sindhu Deenabandhu jagat pate abhiman Gopesha gopikanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapt Kanchan Gaurangye Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vrindai Tulasi Devai Priyai Keshavasacha Krishna Bhakti Kade Devi Satyavate Namo Namah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. One more time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sachinandan Gaur Hari ki jai. Okay. So we have a schedule, tight schedule tonight. Going to hear 45 minutes Hari Katha. And then there is a performance by kids here. They're going to speak. They're going to speak some Hari Katha. Thank you. And then there's a dance performance too. Coming straight to the point. Shri Raya Ramanand Samvad. Yesterday we heard Mahaprabhu asked Shri Ramanand Rai. Just 1 minute recap. प्रभु कहे पढ़ो श्लोक साध्यत निर्णय राय कहे स्वधर्म आचरणे विष्णु भक्ति है. You all remember what we heard yesterday? Yes, a little bit of something. Mahaprabhu asked Ramanand Rai, what is the ultimate goal and sadhana? Practice, spiritual practice to attain that goal. for all living entities. And therefore, we heard that how Bhakti Yoga, which directly means Shravanam, Kirtanam and Smaranam. Everyone understands Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, right? Hearing, chanting and remembrance. Divide of Bhakti and with Bhakti is not one and the same. The intent is very important. If the intent is to please the Lord, then that Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam is Bhakti Yoga. But if it is done without the pleasure of the Lord and for some other inferior intents, then it's straight not Bhakti. So it's self-judgment. Moving forward. Swadharma Acharan. I'm trying to make this understandable with some example as simple as possible, because it's more important to understand this rather than just lecture on this. Swadharma Acharan means following one's prescribed duties. One's prescribed duty means there are 4 varnas and there are 4 ashrams. 4 varnas means Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj say, it's not only prevailing in India but all over the world. These 4 sections of people lives all over the world. Don't we have churches? The pastor in the church is working as Brahmin. The Brahmin features, qualifications there. We have soldiers. They are acting as Kshatriyas. Then there are business people. They are acting as Vaishyas. And there are some workers. There are Shudras. So this section is divided all over the world. These are 4 varnas and there are 4 ashrams. There are brahmacharis who live celibate life. Then there are grasthas. Everyone understand that? Then after certain age, vanprastha means staying as grastha but not so much attached to household affairs. And then the 4th stage is called sannyas ashram. Sannyasis, they go around, they practice and they preach. So if anyone following one's prescribed duties of their particular ashrams with the intent to serve Vishnu, then is called Bhakti Yoga. But if this prescribed duties is only done just for the sake of performance of the duties, not for the pleasure of Vishnu, then it is not Bhakti Yoga. Understand? Very simple. Now, further he is saying, when we adhere to the responsibilities ordered by the scriptures for those varna and ashrams, means social and spiritual divisions, one ashram, when so much is attached and addressed just to only follow the rules and regulations of one's ashram, one's status, by executing the prescribed directives that are suitable for one's one and ashram, it is possible to attain qualification to perform bhakti of Lord Vishnu. This very important. It is possible to attain qualification by following duties, one's prescribed duties. It gives us qualification to perform bhakti to Lord Vishnu. But those performance of duties is not itself bhakti. For example, one millionaire, he has his driver, and he indicates his direct to his driver, I want you to come my office 9 o'clock in the morning, but certain specifications. I want you to take shower, comb your hair nicely, wear white suit, because I like to see you in this outfit, in this attire. So there's a directive given to the chauffeur, to the driver. So when he's decorating his body, combing his hair, and putting that white coat, as the boss said, that is not just service to the boss, unless he comes in the car and drive for the boss. Understand? He's only following the instructions. That means whatever he's doing under the direction of the boss, but for his own self. Service has not begun yet. Service is going to begin at 9 a.m. when he's actually sitting in the car and the boss is sitting in the back and he's driving for the boss. So only following the responsibilities, one's prescribed duties, is not itself bhakti. That is for myself. But there is no any flavor, or there is no any service mood to Lord Vishnu, then that's not bhakti. That's why Mahaprabhu, hearing this, he said this is external. Following one's prescribed duty is just external, because the service of Lord is not present in that. You understand what I'm saying? Mataji is coming to temple, should wear devotional outfits, devotional dress, tilak and all that. So when Matajis are wearing this with tilak and all ornaments, that is not itself bhakti. Unless one comes to the temple and do some singing, hearing, remembering and serving the temple. But following those instructions means wearing devotional dress, tilak and all, is making us qualified to perform service to the Lord. It's very simple, clear? That's why Swadharma Acharan cannot be called sadhana. Following one prescribed duty is not sadhana. It is preparation for sadhana. It's preparation for sadhana. It's not itself sadhana unless one comes to Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. That's the beginning of sadhana. Swadharma Acharan cannot be called sadhana to achieve perfect devotion to Vishnu, which is ultimate goal of human life. Therefore, the words of scripture determine that devotion to Vishnu alone is true goal. Devotion means what? Seva. Devotion means what? I am devoted. Devoted for what? I am devoted to Vishnu. Means here Krishna. That's ultimate goal. Other than that is just preparation for the service. And that preparation sadhana is not, that preparation is not bhakti, but preparation, initially preparation and then engaging in service, then it calls bhakti. So that's why it's a very good learning, because many people, I go around the world preaching, they think by performing some certain activities, I am doing bhakti. It's not bhakti unless it is seva inclined, unless it is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, which is Surup Siddha Bhakti. For example, Shri Vishnu Chakur Thakur described Sangha Siddha Bhakti. And what else? Arop Siddha Bhakti. First is Arop Siddha Bhakti. Arop Siddha Bhakti means imposition of my activities to be considered as bhakti. I am imposing this is bhakti, whereas this is not bhakti. Oh, I am watering the plants in my backyard. Because this my house is temple, and I am watering plants in the I'm watering the water in the plants, so I am imposing that this is bhakti. This is not bhakti, this is called imposition. You are imposing because this is your house, and in a subtle way you want to make your house look very clean and beautiful to get some appreciation from people. Yes, it's so beautiful, nicely arranged. Imposition. And there are many other examples. Then there is called Samsiddha Bhakti. Samsiddha means which helps and supports to perform one sadhana. Those activities which help and supports one sadhana it's supportive to sadhana, but itself it's not sadhana. For example, our and believe me, many people in India, especially in Kartik month, many people they think this itself is a bhakti, because I got up in the morning to take shower. So getting up in the morning, Brahmurata, taking shower is not bhakti, but it is supportive to bhakti. But they think that this itself is bhakti. It's a name of bhakti, whereas it is not. This is called Sang Siddha Bhakti. Anything associated with or preparing yourself to perform sadhana. That's supportive to bhakti, but it is not bhakti. Then what is bhakti? Bhakti, straight bhakti is Sarup Siddha Bhakti, which means hearing, chanting and remembering. This is straight bhakti, Sarup Siddha Bhakti. All other things, oh, I need to take a nap in the afternoon, because that makes me feel very fresh for the rest of the day. So if I am taking nap for 1 or 2 hours, that itself is not bhakti, but it is supportive to bhakti, Sang Siddha Bhakti. So now we can judge our daily practices. If it is true bhakti, or if it is just a supportive to bhakti. So don't consider those activities as bhakti. It is only supportive to bhakti. It's called secondary and primary. This is what Sri Ramanand Rai began with, and Mahaprabhu totally, he said, no. Eho bhajye. This is external. Agi kaho aap. I want to hear another level. What is after this? So, in this present verse, beginning with Varnashram means following one's prescribed duty, Sri Ramanand Rai states that the goal for every living entity is the attainment of loving sentiments for Vishnu, means service to Vishnu. And the sadhan to achieve that goal is Varnashram system. Now if I go to this, another level, 5 verses in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Rupa Goswami support this point. 5 verses. One verse which most of devotee knows, Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman, everyone, whoever knows, Sarva Dharman Paritajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja Aham Tvam Sarpapebhyo Mokshami Mashuchaha. What is the meaning?
Sarva Dharma, give up all of your prescribed religious duties. Mam Ekam, to me, Ekam, alone, Sharanam, surrender, Raja, in Vrindavan, Brajandananda Shyam Sundar.
Thank you. Give up all those Varnashram dharmas, the duties to follow Varnashram dharma, because those duties are not bhakti. Then what is bhakti? Mam ekam sharanam raja. Surrender unto me. How to surrender unto you? By continuously tel dharavat, like an unbroken stream. Gurudeva used to give example, pouring oil from one bottle to the other bottle. Please, can anyone? Casey, can you please tell them to go that side? If you pour oil from one bottle to other bottle, there is no any break. It's unbroken stream. So every day, every time, performance of Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. This is called Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. Surrender unto me with this method. And if you think, I'm giving up my duties, my prescribed duties, if you think you incur sin, don't worry, my shucha. I'm the one taking care of this. I will take all your sins, don't worry. This is Krishna promise in Bhagavad Gita. Then other verses are from Bhagavatam. I just want to take one more, otherwise it's going to take more time. Dev Rishi Bhutatma Niranam Pitranam Na Kinkro Na Riniche Rajam Sarvatmaya Sharanam Sharanyam Gato Mukundam Parhitti Kritam. 11th Canto Bhagavatam. We are indebted to forefathers, demigods, king, living entities, and the sadhus. They have 5 debts. How to repay them? It's so difficult to repay one debt. So what to do? How to repay those debts? By following the duties of Varna and Ashram? Impossible. What's the shortcut? The shortcut is Gato Mukundam Parhitti Kritam. Give up all those Varna and Ashram duties and only take shelter of Bhagwan Mukunda. How to take shelter of Bhagwan Mukunda? Swarup Siddha Bhakti. Shavanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. Understand? No matter what we do, that's the preparation for these 3 important elements. There's a preparation for that. You sleep 5 hours, you eat 10 times. All this is a preparation for something so important, and that is hearing. 1 hour attentively hearing, and that hearing is not just hearing, that hearing means hearing with acceptance and adoption. These 2 are so important. Hearing with acceptance and hearing with adoption. Entire day we are waiting for this moment, for 1 hour hearing, because that's going to change my prospect, that's going to change my style, that can change my understanding that what I was considering bhakti was not was not bhakti. Whereas hearing, and when I go back and I repeat this, I tell to my husband, wife, children, means kirtan. Or when I'm chanting, and then remembering Lord while I'm chanting, this is straight bhakti. Gato Mukundam Parhitte Kritam. So that's why Sri Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Samaya Sindhu, he took these verses from Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita to illustrate that how the performance of the duties of Varnashram Dharma is not bhakti. And that's why Mahaprabhu said, Prabhu kahe, eho bhajye, aage kaho aap. Raya kahe, Krishna karmarpane, sarva sadhya sar. Mahaprabhu said, what you have just said about following one's prescribed duty is external. Now we all understand why this is external? Yes or no?
Yes.
You understand why it's external? Because this is not service to the Lord, it is self-centered. Mahaprabhu said, please tell me something more than this. What is the other level? Sri Ramanand Raya replied, to completely offer the results of one's activities to Krishna is the essence of all perfection. Again, Ramanand Raya replied, to completely offer the results of one's activities to Krishna, to Shri Krishna, is the essence of all perfection. This is a second level. So what is the meaning here? Srila Gurudev is saying, by declaring this is as external, Mahaprabhu intended to convey that yes, by following the system of Varna Ashram Dharma, Shri Vishnu is pleased, but only partially so. Because who's established Varna and Ashram? Varna and Ashram is Krishna himself. Chatu Varna Maisheshtam Gun Karma Vibhagasha. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, I am the one who established Varna and Ashram, duties of Varna and duties of Ashram. I am the one who established this. So, indirectly, there is something which is called directly, there is something called indirectly. Anme vyatikarena. Yasyat sarvatra sarvada. This is indirectly serving Krishna. Because Krishna said, follow these instructions. So, Prabhu, I am obeying your instructions. But Oh my devotee, this is not my direct. This is indirect way of following my instructions. Understand? Then what is your direct instruction? Sarva dharman parityajya. Give up this and surrender unto me. This is philosophical. It's technical, but it's very simple to understand. Shri Vishnu is pleased by following Varnashram Dharma, the duties, but partially. And we are not happy, even Vishnu is not happy, by partially pleasing him. We can only get bliss and happiness to the Lord when it is fully pleasing to him, not partially. Achha? Varnashram is not directly related to the constitutional nature of the jiva as a servant of Shri Krishna. Following those prescribed duty is not the constitution of the jiva. You know constitution? We the people. That's the constitution. He prescribed our responsibilities, our duties. Starting with we the people, we the devotees. The constitution, position of the jivas is what? Jive Sarupa hai? Who said? Casey, wow. What is that?
Jiva Sarupa Krishna Nityadas. Krishna Shakti Veda Veda Prakash.
Very nice. Translation.
Translation is that we the Jiva are eternally servants of Lord Krishna, and we are a small parcel.
Very good. I'm foolish. I'm always underestimate you. I don't know why everyone take short abbreviation KC. It's such a beautiful name. Krishna Chaitanya. KC. Looks like KC demon. But it's Krishna Chaitanya. It's a good name. Everyone, you always going to call him Krishna Chaitanya. Jiva Sarup hai Krishna Nityadas. The constitution of the jivas, not me. Everyone is what? Krishna Nityadas, eternal servant of Krishna. So the service mode is present, inherent in the constitution of the jiva. But it is covered. And that's why Bhakti Thakur described as naimatik dharma and nitya dharma. Temporary dharma and the eternal dharma. To understand this, Srila Bhakti Thakur described that how the nature of water is liquid, right? Water always flows, it's liquid. But if we put the water in the refrigerator, freezer, what is going to become? Ice. Solid. Instead of liquid becomes solid. But the nature of being liquid is present in that ice too. But the liquid got certain temperature, it turns to solid. But if we take the ice from the fridge, what will happen? With a room temperature, that ice will again come back to its inherent nature, which is liquid. So even in that solid ice, the quality, the properties of or the nature of water, means liquid, is present in that ice. Srila Bhakti Thakur describing this is how we as jivas, our constitution is we are servants of Krishna. Jive Sarupa hai Krishna Nitya. We are eternal servant of Krishna. But we got some freezing temperature. The freezing temperature means the freezing of the external illusory potency of the Lord, and we become solid. Ice solid. So that's why we need some temperature to bring the ice back from the fridge. And what happens when we all come together every evening?
It gets warm.
To get warm up. Means sadhu sangha, association. That temperature Hearing, chanting is the temperature which brings that solid back to liquid. Ice back to that is nature, liquid. Means we are understanding, first of all we are getting information and gradually we are getting transformation for the ultimate goal of our life, and that is we are servants of Krishna. We are learning here, and with that learning there is transformation, and then we are applying that transformation as service. Varnashram dharma, following one's prescribed duty, is not directly related to the seva of Krishna as our nature. It's not related. Nor is it devotional practice composed entirely of the 9 limbs of bhakti performed for the pleasure of the Lord. Sarup Siddha Bhakti. This is what our constitutional position, following Sarup Siddha Bhakti. And that is 9 limbs of bhakti. Who knows the 9 limbs of bhakti? All the kids gone? Sham knows? Yes. Come on, 9 limbs of bhakti. Prahlad Maharaj said this. Brother? Shavanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Mandanam, Dasya, Sakhyam, Atma Nivedanam. Iti Kumsam, Arpita Vishnu, Bhakti Sharanam Lakshana. These are 9 limbs of bhakti. How to perform this? 9 limbs of bhakti? Without shelter? No. First offer yourself, surrender yourself to Krishna, or in other words, any of the representative of Krishna, that means Shri Guru, and then performance of 9 limbs of bhakti gives powerful results. Bhajan Madhya Shresht, Nambida Bhakti, Krishna Prem, Krishna Dite, Dhare Mahashakti. Mahashakti. Great potency is present. If anyone follows this 9 limbs of bhakti, great potency is present in following this, performing this 9 limbs of bhakti. And what is that great potency? Krishna Prem, Krishna Dite. Just focusing on performance of 9 limbs of bhakti, by default or automatically, spontaneously, it gives the result, the fruit, and that is Krishna Prem. Immediately, Krishna Prem. We can perform this 9 limbs of bhakti even in whatever one and ashram we belong to, even at home. You understand? Varna means what? 4 varnas. What are those? Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and so one, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada and Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. They both emphasize on this. Just by taking birth in Brahmin family, it's not considered to be just a Brahmin. The son of advocate is not essential to be advocate unless he goes through studies. Oh, my father, my dad is doctor. That doesn't make you also a doctor. So just taking birth in the family, in the house of a doctor, doesn't mean you also become a doctor. Similarly, taking birth in the house of Brahmin doesn't mean you become a Brahmin, unless you have those Brahminical qualifications. Bhagavad Gita mein shlok, Name Bhakta Chaturvedi, Mam Bhakta Shapachuhu. Even the knower of the 4 Vedas, that Brahmin is not my Bhakta, is not even Brahmin, if he don't know, or if he's not following the Brahminical qualifications. And 3rd canto Bhagavatam, Kapil Dev is telling to Mother Devati, Avat Shapacho Grihan Ya Jivagre Vartate Nam Tubhyam. And Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Ji, Srila Prabhupada, he took this verse to refute the arguments, to make their mouth shut, those who were pretending they are Brahmins when he came India with white elephants from America, white sannyasis. And they were all opposing, what is this? How can they become sadhu? They are dog eaters, this and that, meat eaters, druggies. Srila Prabhupada said, don't you read Bhagavatam? Third canto, Kapil Dev is telling this straight. But Shapacho Grihan, what to speak of eating any animal, even a Chandala, means dog eater, one who eat dog. If you give up this practice of eating dog and take shelter of holy name, Ya Jivagre Vartate Nam Tubhyam, means one who always engages one's tongue chanting the holy name, he comes on the level or she comes on the level of a Brahmin. Even though he is Chandal, is a dog eater. But by taking shelter of holy name, which is what? Sarup Siddha Bhakti, which is only Bhakti, one becomes a Brahmin. Not by birth, but by qualification. If anyone taking birth as Brahmin, just taking birth as Brahmin, but not following any of the rituals or the duties of Brahmin is not Brahmin. Understand? That's the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he established Devi Varnashram Dharma. A Grasta can be sannyasi. He's in Grasta ashram, but he's so renounced, he's not attached. And a sannyasi can be a Grasta too. He looks like externally sannyasi, but he's so much attached. Then he's not sannyasi, he's Grasta. So Devi Varnashram Dharma means according to not specifically one's ashram, brahmachari, grasta, vanprastha, sannyas, but according to one's qualifications. That is more important than anything else. So, performing 9 limbs of bhakti, Shravanam means hearing, Kirtanam means chanting, Smaranam means remembering, Shravan, Kirtan, Smaran, Vandanam, Vandanam means offering prayers, Pad Sevanam, Pad Sevanam means all kind of services, going to parikramas, visiting dham, doing parikrama of the deities, Pad Sevanam. Archana means when we do worship, bathing Thakurji, doing arti, performance arti. Archanam, Vandanam, offering prayers. Vandanam, Dasyam. Dasyam means Ami je tomar, tumi se amar. You are my Lord, I am your servant. So always serving him, like fanning him, giving water to him, offerings to him. I am your, Srila Bhakti Thakur said, Tumi to Thakur, tomar kuku. I am your dog. Srila Bhakti Thakur. And there is one bhajan, one song in the songbook, I don't remember right now, where he said, I am your dog which always going to be at your doorstep. And if, oh my Lord, if sometime you call upon me, I will just come, raise my tail and waving my tail to get some few remnants from you. Tumi to Thakur, your Lord. Ami kukur, I am dog. Just keep me as dog at your lotus feet. Dog means what? They don't demand much, but they're always serving. Faithful, loyal. Don't take the word literally that I want to become a dog. I start walking like dog. Means loyal and faithful, and only want to survive on your remnants. If anyone outsider throwing anything to me to eat, I'm not going to take that. I'm only going to survive. How are you going to keep me? If you want to feed me, if you don't want to feed me, however you're going to keep me, I'll just be a dog at your doorstep. So this is called keeping this mood of servitor. I'm your servant, eternal servant as a dog. Sakhe, I'm also your friend. Not I'm your friend, you are my friend. Because I'm extracting so much information, gathering so much information from your Bhagavad Gita, your words as Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. So you are my Sakha means not friend, Sakha means your well-wisher. The word Sakha is not literally meaning is friend, but there are many kind of friends. But not all friends are well-wishers. Those who helps us in our calamities, in our troubles, and who guide us, even if the words are very rude, they are acting as well-wisher. The other day I gave example of Vidura. I don't know here or where, I don't know. Vidura, he chastised his brother Dhritarashtra, who was blind by birth. He chastised him so badly after the battle of Mahabharata, when Dhritarashtra lost his 100 sons. Then Vidura came and he spoke so harsh words to him. You already lost your 100 sons. Still you have no understanding. You're blind by birth, but you're also blind with your mind. How are you going to live? Surviving on the remnants of Bhim now? Have no shame. Very harsh words. Looks like he's not my friend, he's not my brother. But Vidura is acting as well-wisher to his brother. And just by hearing those harsh words from his brother, Dhritarashtra along with his wife Gandhari, they went to Haridwar on the bank of Ganga and they performed very one-pointed devotion and they attained Vaikuntha. So, well-wisher. Krishna is my well-wisher. And then Atma Nivedan. I surrender my everything to you. Atma Nivedan Tua Pade Kari. Bhakti Thakur is saying, Atma Nivedan Tua Pade Kari Hainu Parama Sukhi Dukhe Dure Gelo Chinta Na Rahilo Chodike Ananda Dekhi. What Srila Bhakti Thakur is teaching us, actually the songs of Bhakti Thakur are so touching, so humble, teaching us, preaching us. He is our best ever well-wisher. So if you can't sing, if you can't understand the words, but if you go to the meanings of Srila Bhakti Thakur's song, so touching. Atma Nivedan Tua Padekori. Oh Lord, the day I've surrendered my every activity, my senses, everything unto you. Hoinu Param Sukhi. That day I understood that I am very happy in this world. The most happiest person. Dukhe Dura Gelo. Now I don't have any misery, any sorrows. And what I am seeing in all 40 directions, Chaudi ke Ananda Dekhi. I am seeing what? Bliss and happiness in all 40 directions. I don't even see any sad or miseries. But with us it's vice versa. We don't see happiness and bliss. We see, wars are there, pandemics are there, fights are there, suppression is there. We all see miseries around us and sufferings around us because our perceptions are not clear and because we haven't yet performed that most essential surrender which is called Atma Nivedana. First comes surrendering senses with eyes, having darshan of the Lord, nose, ears, surrendering one's senses gradually. Then mind, which is so flickering, it wanders in all directions. Pulling that mind back to its position. Hey mind, come back. This is practice. It's time consuming. I'll give you one example. One brahmachari, my godbrother, when we were together in the mud, he was always having trouble with his mind, we all, that when we chanting mantras, that's the time when the mind wanders in all, not 14 but 28 directions. So he has made one practice, a habit, because it takes like 30 minutes to chant mantras, gayatris. So he, just to tame his mind, chastising his mind, he ordering his own mind, if you go here and there at the time of chanting mantra, then I'm going to chant the mantra again, unless I can focus with my mind and attention to chant this mantra. So suppose, for example, chanting Gopal mantra, killing whatever, chanting mantra, how many times? 10 times? It takes maybe like 7 minutes, 10 minutes. But in that 10 minutes of chanting this 10 times Gopal mantra, if the attention divert here and there, no, again chanting. Bringing the mind back, and it's so time consuming. When to take breakfast, when to do other duties, I have to go to school, I have a duty at school. But 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 days, getting delays in reaching school or one's duties, then 5th day one thinks, no, I have to put attention to my chanting. This is called self-assessment, or this is called taming one's own mind. I am going to bring you back. Focus on chanting mantras. And when I am chanting Mahamantra, focus my mind, wander, take, because mind always want to wander here and there. This is a nature. Once upon a time I was sitting with Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj. One devotee came, common question, Maharaji, when I chant mantras and Mahamantras, my mind always wanders here and there. Srila Maharaj said, he replied, that's the nature of mind. That's the nature of mind. So what to do? To take your mind visiting dhams. Mind always want to wander here and there. Take the mind to Mayapur Dham while chanting and see, oh, this is the birthplace of Mahaprabhu. Sachi Mata, Jagannath, Vishwadarshan, under that neem tree, mind is there. Mind always want to move, right? Oh, this is Shiva Sangam, the house of Shiva's Pandit. This is the bank of Ganga. This is Advait Bhavan, this is Gadadhar Bhavan, this is Samadhi of Srila Prabhupada, this is Samadhi of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, this is Godrum Dweep. So visiting Mayapur Dham. Then, but this is over in 5 rounds. I have to chant another 5 rounds. You take your mind to Vrindavan, bank of Jamuna, Radha Damodar, Madan Mohan, Govinde. See, if you close your eyes, you can just reach there with a fraction of a mind. Gopinath, Radha Ramanji, Radha Gopalanand, Radha Shyama Sundar. Aha, beautiful darshans today. Oh, I'm going to Radha Kund, Sham Kund, Dhiraj Govardhan, Nandagaon, Barsana, Gokul, Raval, Kampevan, Pitchal Pahadi, sliding rock. When Krishna used to slide with his friends. Mind is moving. Instead of moving in LA or any Hollywood movie or San Francisco or here and there. Or Kona. So take your mind down. This is called, this is a practice. We have to begin from somewhere. Don't think it's just going to come being lazy. It's going to come one day by the grace of Guru and Krishna. This is lazy mood. We don't have to develop that lazy mood. Be active volcano. Erupt every 2 weeks. The eruption should be done every day. This is called first senses, then mind. And gradually it comes to them. Atma Nivedan, fully surrender to Lord. Nothing is mine, all is yours. Manas Deha Geha, Jo Kichu More, Arpilu Tua Pade, Nanda Kishore. Yeah, Nanda Kishore. All my belongings, all my possessions, everything belongs to you. My Lord belongs to you, but I am also offering to you. This is called 9 limbs of bhakti. It's not difficult one. Don't worry. It's easy. If we are serious, that's the only bottom line there. If we really want to achieve this, and if we are serious, we can perform 9 limbs of bhakti. It is not going to take all day. Just our actions. Just our actions makes us follow 9 limbs of bhakti, which possess great potency. Krishna prem, Krishna dite, dhare mahashakti. It gives great potency to achieve that Krishna prem. So Uttama bhakti or topmost devotional practice is that bhakti which sets the pleasure of Krishna as the goal. Everything we want is Uttam. Uttam is the best. Best school, best food, best Harikatha, best Kirtan, best dance. Everything is best. Anyone want worst? Then bhakti also has to be best. Uttama bhakti. How to cultivate that? How to perform that? By following the 9 processes of devotional service, especially hearing and chanting. When they are executed, hearing and chanting, this is called Uttama Bhakti. By the mercy of Bhagwan, by mercy of Krishna, that Uttama Bhakti thus attain oneness or qualitative equality, tadatme, with a special function of Bhagwan's internal potency. When we prepared for this, means performance of Uttama Bhakti, which means performing 9 limbs of Bhakti, which is heard purely with the pure intent to please Krishna, not for my selfish interest, or not to get any work done by Krishna for me, but I have to do all work for His pleasure. I don't want to engage Him in my seva. Understand? Oh, Krishna, I observe Purshottam month very seriously. I chanted 16 rounds every day. I heard Harikatha every evening. I did so much for you, but in the last, I want something from you. Then everything went in vain. Because my intent of performance that Purshottam month is self-interest, not Krishna interest. So keep certain things, yes, we understand, in the beginning stage, there's so much turbulence in our lives. So keep something, I'm not ordering or advising, but just telling the facts. Keeping something for self-interest, but then gradually, not proportionately, but gradually making more of Krishna interest. Okay, let's begin with 50-50. 50 mine, 50 yours. And then Krishna's mine 40, yours 60. Then 30, 70. Then 90 and 10. I'm doing everything 90% for you, keeping again 10% in my pocket, which is not advisable. But because of our situation and our understanding, very narrow understanding, let us begin from somewhere. And then comes to 92, 8, 93, 7, 94, 6, 99, 1. And even at that point, 99 and 1, Krishna is very, very calculative and very possessive in his nature. And he specifically told in Bhagavad Gita, Ananyas chintyo mam je jana paripasate. If you want me to take all your responsibilities and to fulfill all your scarcities, 100%. You can't even take 0.1% for your self-interest. And even at that point, I'll be always away from you. Moment you come to 100%, ananyas chintyo mam, te jana paripasate. When you come to fully satisfying me 100%, bas, yokshe mahame hame. I preserve what you have and I supply what you lack. I am not saying. That's the words of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. We hear this, we read this, we just need a conviction in this. I'm coming on a very practical grounds. Otherwise, this can be just a lecture. Understand? It's very easy for me to say this. Very easy for others to listen. Oh, wonderful point. Good lecture. That's not enough. And that's why the formula is acceptance and adoption. First of all, I'm convinced with, I'm accepting this. I have no doubt in your words. But then adoption is a little tricky part. I'm trying to adopt this. But at least try. At least trying makes Krishna happy. And if I'm not even trying, struggling, if I'm not striving, how are you going to make everyone happy? That struggle is required. That struggle is required in practices. And struggle always need a pain. And if there is no pain, then there is no gain. Every struggle needs pain. See, Pawan is so fit. He may be doing jogging every morning. So fit. It takes pains. Struggle. He can just sleep or do whatever. But he's making himself fit because of taking this struggle of pain. And then he came. Understand? In every gain, there's always a pain, which is not seen. Everyone sees gains, but no one can see the pains behind the gains. This is sadhana. For superior objectives, not inferior objectives. Sorry to say, we may consider those are bhakti. Oh, I am doing bhakti. This is not bhakti. And what is bhakti? This is takeaway from today's lecture. Bhakti is straight Shravanam, Kirtanam and Smaranam. Hearing, chanting, remembering. But under guidance of senior devotees or guidance of one's spiritual master. Because if we try to do independently, maybe we are in the wrong direction. And in every situation, we are always seeking the correct GPS, taking us to the right direction. Acha? Gaur Premanande, Hari Shri Raya Samvad ki jai. Thanks for clapping. But I myself really want to follow and practice what I'm saying. So I need strength from all the wonderful devotees. Speaking is so easy, but adoption and following is a struggle. So praying to Purshottam month, praying to Lord Purshottam and the devotees of Lord Purshottam, please bless me and all of us that we can struggle and take these pains, sweet pains. Hare Krishna. Oh, so we have your announcement. Atul? Atul?
Krishna, dear devotees, I just want to offer my obeisance.
Stop it.